Hey, and welcome to another playthrough of Dragons Down. This is going to be hopefully a Halloween edition. I'll at least get part of this playthrough up on Halloween is my plan. If it comes a day or two later, I'm sorry about that. Um, but I'm going to try playing the Half-Elf Witch today. This is going to be kind of a sequel to my last video, which was the Elf Sorcerer, who perished in the narrow ridges. So spoiler alert if you haven't watched that yet, but we're going to continue on with that playthrough just to kind of talk about how hero death works a little bit and then starting up a new character, because I don't think I've done that before. And usually if I do this solo, if I die, especially on turn 3 like I did in the last game, I would just kind of start over from the beginning. But I had this cool map set up that I kind of liked, and I just wanted to keep it going, and just, instead of setting everything back up, just leave it as is, and proceed with a new character. So just as a follow-on before we get started with the witch, we have the sorcerer died here in clearing 3. He had found the altar but not really started looting it yet, before he was attacked by some adult dragons and killed. And when that happens, you use the targeting icon and put it out in the clearing. And then the body, I'm going to put near the token. And this represents his body that is lootable. So I could, with my new character, or if you're playing with multiple characters, come out here and find this body and loot it. And it works a lot similarly to a treasure site, in that when you find it, you have to do a successful search for the body, because you know that the sorcerer died out here somewhere in this area, and you have to find the body. And when you find the body, you immediately get all the gold here. And when a hero dies, I only had the dagger on me when I died. So if there were multiple items, you would shuffle all those up and form a stack, a lootable stack, just like a treasure site. That would be underneath the token. But as it stands, it's just a dagger right now. All spells and missions that hero had found or acquired along the way or started with are discarded from the game. And just the treasures and items are here. So that's what I have here. So if I want to, I could find the sorcerer and get the money. I don't think it's really worth looting. That'd be a hard dagger to find, because you'd have to roll on the loot die to get that. So you'd need either grabby hands or a 1 to get that, because it is the only treasure there. Also, that hero you still track its fame for dead heroes, because in a multiplayer game, a dead hero could still win, right? With the if they had accumulated the most fame and legend points. So this hero had 1 legend point when he died and 5 fame, which gets, because he didn't retire in a civilization, gets rounded down, halved and rounded down. So we have 2 fame here. The 5 fame went to 2. So that's how that works. And we still have that tile enchanted. Everything else is the same from the prior playthrough. So I will try to link to that, up in one of these top corners. I don't know how to use YouTube very well, but maybe I can figure that out and get a link up to that prior playthrough to help people find that. So here I have the witch, which I wanted to specifically try somebody with no might cubes. So I have no way to wear armor or carry a weapon at this point. And I don't start with either of those. Notice the witch starts with 3 spells and 10 gold. If you flip it, it's the same. The witch is the same on both sides. So, and then I have the half-elf, which gives me an attack speed box, some charisma, more cunning and wisdom, and then also a spell cube. So I've chosen to go kind of 3 black spell cubes. So I've gone black, 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 and then gray here. So I've got a gray cube here. I actually this is my own gray cube I provided. It's a little lighter than the gray cubes provided with the base game and the expansion. So it's easier for me to tell them apart. Otherwise, the gray and blacks were very close together. This one's almost too light, almost kind of like a white cube, but it's gray. And then I've got 3 speed cubes to use, and then 1 health. So very easily killed. I'm going to be sneaking a lot during this game. I don't think and hopefully staying hidden. I'll look at the spells that I've picked out to start the game. So the 1 gray spell, I've got 2 gray spells, sorry. I've got Divination, which will help me loot. And then I've got Illusion, which will help me, you know, they're going to have, all attackers will have -1 to their attack speed while targeting. I would obviously cast that on myself. And then I've also got Rule Undead, which could be fun. I don't think I've ever really used it. You can only cast this on an undead monster, which would be a lot of the sight monsters, and then I can basically control a sight monster, if you know, assuming other monsters are also in that clearing. And then last but not least is Fiery Chasm, which will target all non-flying monsters, and anybody it hits, they're instantly killed. So that's what I've got to start with, and that'll be my offense, and just some defense and some ways to modify the game a little bit while I maneuver through. So the first decision I've got to make then is how. Oh, let me also just so the half elf, I'm using the additional spell. So I've started out with 4 spells, and I'm using the half elf plus 1 spell ability. The witch also has an Imp Familiar that goes around on the board, and that's what these 2 tokens are that come in the Desolation expansion. One of these is going to go out on the board and kind of go around, and it can maneuver around, move around, and I think it only really can do 2 things in this version of the game, and explore the realm. It can also explore, but the way I'm playing it, it can move and it can search. So it's going to be moving through tiles, and it can look at tokens that come on the board and let me know if they're worth going to or not. It can also find secret passages for me. So in the description, we're kind of psychically linked, and so I'll know what it finds along the way. And the way it works is it comes with this other token too, which will shake these up at the beginning of each round or each turn, and that'll let me know what the turn order is, if the witch is going to go first or the familiar is going to go first each round. So it adds another step. It's going to be a little bit longer because of this, because I'm going to have 2 kind of characters moving around on the board. But it's real quick. It's not too quick. It's just going to go around and roll some dice every turn. So that's the witch's special ability. So let's go out and do some dark magic and be an honest to goodness witch. How's that sound? So we are going to start the round on turn 4. I'm going to go ahead and mix these up, and we'll say the turn order is Familiar and then Witch. So the Familiar is going to come on the board first, and let's have the Familiar go through and see if it's worth it to come out on these mountains or not. So we're going to have the Familiar move 2, and then we will put a token on the board, but we don't reveal it, because the Familiar is going to have to search for it. Also, one thing about the Familiar is it does not, monsters will not summon to the Familiar. It's going to just move around and not provoke any summoning or anything. So I don't have to worry about monsters attacking it. Nor does it actually fight monsters. So let me get the search die. So we are going to have 2 chances to search for that token and see what we have. So there's 1 and 2. So this Familiar did not find anything there. So we don't know if anything's good on these mountains yet. So it is now the witch's turn. And let's have the witch come out. You know, we could come out down here and see if anything good pops up in this tile right here. And then if it does, we can go to the mine, and maybe these dragons will go return by the time I get over there. We can loot the I think it was the trove altar, the altar that's there. So we're gonna come out on the board right here, and let's draw a tile for this mountain. And we found a treasure. So let's see what we have. We'll just draw the top treasure from the treasure deck. And that's actually a great item or treasure for her, because now she can fly around the board. And it's also great because we've got Fiery Chasm. And it means I can actually cast Fiery Chasm while unhidden, because I'll be flying during combat. So Fiery Chasm, just to look at that, all targets non-flying monsters and unhidden heroes in the clearing. So I will be a flying hero now during combat. So we're going to equip that right here on the boots, and we will get a legend point and 5 fame because it is an epic treasure. And now we actually can do a flight action. We can do a flight once per turn with the Brogans of the Birds, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and fly over to the Black Caves. We'll land in one of these 2 open clearings. You can't fly into a cave, so we're going to roll see which clearing I land in. It's either going to be I'll roll a 6-sided die. 1, 2, 3. I'll land here. 4, 5, 6 will land here. And let's go ahead and do that. And we roll a 3, so we're gonna fly over here, and we'll see what's in these caves. And we'll pick up a cave wilderness token, and we found a gate over here. Okay, so that was 1, 2. I can either move into this cave here, or I can stay here, and I think I'm gonna do that and sneak. And if I fly in here, I can't sneak. I'll lose. I'll only get 3 actions, and also I won't be able to fly immediately on my next turn. It'll impact my next turn as well. So I don't want to go in that cave. So let's sneak an alert then, and see what happens. We're gonna roll the summoning die. That's everybody's turn. The imp and the familiar and my witch's turn. And we are, I don't know why I just did that. Force of habit. I'm just so used to hiding from things. We're gonna roll the summoning die. And monsters are gonna return. And we also rolled adult dragons. So let's do monsters return first. So these adult dragons are going to go away, but we also have summoned 2 adult dragons to us, so they're actually going to go right over to us. So let's see if we remain hidden from them. I hope I do. I don't. So let's see what we can do here. So these adult dragons are going to come out, and we're going to be exposed. Let me clear off these dice again. So let's put my targeting thing here. I'll be out on the board here. Both these adult dragons come to me. Here we go. So they're both going to be on their non-fireball side to start. And I need to figure out, I did alert here, so I can play 6 cubes. Now, I unfortunately can't cast Fiery Chasm on them because they're flying. Rule Undead is not going to work. Illusion might be good. All attackers suffer -1 to their attack speed. So that would make me harder to hit. And then, yeah, divination is not going to help. So let's do that. I can't run away because my maneuver speed is actually lower than their maneuver speed. So let's just make myself harder to hit. So we're going to play 2 into maneuver speed, and then we'll play 1 into attack speed for this round, and then we'll play a black cube, and this gray cube is going to get wounded after I play this. So this is going to last, it looks like it's through combat. So, so we're going to make myself harder to hit. So it does have a range of 44. And let's see what these guys do. Let's see if they flip or not. Where is the other dice? Ooh, there we go. So we're going to roll to see if they change tactics or not. First one does, and the second one does not. So I will go first with my 44 range in the first round. So my attack goes off, and now attackers are going to suffer a net -1 to their attack speed while targeting me. So he's going to have a attack speed of 1. He's going to go next and have attack speed of 1, and then against my maneuver speed of 2. So let's go ahead and see if he hits me. We're going to roll the hit die. And he misses. And now we'll see if this guy, who has a attack speed of 0 now, hits me. He needs to roll double hits. And he did not. He rolled an equal, was his best roll. So that is 1 round of combat that I've survived. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I tried to look up to see if illusion was permanent through combat round. And it sounds like it is. It doesn't say that it only lasts 1 combat round. It just has this that it lasts through combat. So I'm going to assume for this purposes that I will have illusion on the next round as well. So I actually don't really have an attack that I can play. I cannot cast illusion again or anything. It won't be cumulative. So we're going to wound this cube, and I will, I'm honestly just going to play pure defense. I don't have much I can do here. So we are going to just try to hold the line and not die so we can move on. So we're going to have this guy attack first in the next round of combat. Actually, sorry, let's change tactic. Let's see if they change tactics. So he does. So he flips. And let's see if this one, the next guy, changes tactics. And he does not. So they're going to both attack with attack speed of 0, basically. So either way, my illusion wouldn't really matter this round because my maneuver speed is already greater than their attack speed. So they have to roll double hits to hit me this turn. So let's see if they do. First one misses. Second one misses. So I actually survived. I did wound a cube on my first round. So I need to do 1 more round of combat. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so wounding a cube during casting a spell is going to prolong combat another round if it's the only wound. So we need 1 more round of combat with no wound. So let's see if the dragons change tactics. I'm going to stay with my tactics. First one is going to change. Second one is not. So again, we're going to assume he has attack speed of 1 here and attack speed of 0. So we just need 2 more misses. So either one has to roll double hits to kill me. And let's see what happens. And the first fireball attack did not hit me. The next guy did not hit me. So I lived to talk about it. Oof, man. Yeah, I almost forgot about that third round of combat being necessary. So I'm glad I caught myself there. So there we go. I am still alive. Combat ends for that round. We're going to move on to turn 5 now. And we will shuffle up the tokens, see who goes next. It's the witch or the imp, and we're going to have the witch go first and then the imp. And we are going to fly away as my first move. I think we're going to fly. Well, now that this does not have any dragons on it, let's fly over here and see where we land and see if we can loot the altar or something. I think that's not a bad way to do it. So let's go to the altar. We're gonna roll a d6 to see where we land in that tile. And we land on 4. So we're gonna go right here. That's 1 movement. And then we're going to do 2 movements here. And now we're going to sneak. So let's get this back. So that is the witch's turn. Now we're going to move the imp, and I think the imp's just going to search for the mountain token to see if we can see what that is. Ooh. So we got 1 success. We have no. Hey, there we go. So that was 3 actions for the imp to do that. And we do get to look at this mountain token, see if it's worth coming. And it is a site, so we might want to fly up there. We're going to leave that face down because you don't reveal it in PvP. We could just flip it up, and but I'm going to leave it face down just so we know that we haven't done that yet. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's put a site token up there and maybe put a little cube on top to know that we haven't resolved it yet. Put a little speed cube up there to help remind myself. Just for solo game. In a multiplayer game, you turn it face down and not reveal the information. But it's just me. So then for my 4th action with the imp, I'm going to move up here so we can start exploring another tile. And I realize now that in my last video, I pointed out that this whole area is kind of cut off and you can only get anywhere else from enchantment. See, there's no paths connecting across. So eventually my witch will have to come and enchant some paths so the imp can get out of that area once they've explored all these tiles. So, okay, now we're going to roll the summoning die and see what happens. And we're going to have caves and stench. And so we only look at the tile for the witch, and there aren't nothing's coming this turn. So we don't have to do anything, and we're going to start turn 6. Yeah, sorry, and if I didn't point out before, we are continuing on from the last game where we played 3 turns out with the sorcerer. So I started on turn 4 with the witch, so this will be the witch's 3rd turn, coming up on turn 6. So we're going to start by figuring out who goes first. And we've got the witch will go first and the imp familiar will go second. So we're going to, we have to find, I'm going to definitely find the altar and versus the body of the sorcerer. So we're going to roll the search die to do that. So we've got 1 action, 2. Great. So we found I don't get any legend points or fame because another hero already found it, but I do get to start looting the altar. And so the altar set up, we've got 4 deep treasures and 2 treasures. So let's get that set up. We'll put some treasures down and then put some deep treasures on top of that. And one more. Awesome. So that was 2 searches to do that. I'm gonna do 1 loot roll and then we'll sneak. And we get the 5th treasure down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's gonna be this treasure. And it is the temporary mist stone, so that lets us cast vapor form. Now I don't have the might cube to do that, so we'll put that in the inventory, but I won't be able to actually do that unless I find a might cube along the way. So now I'm going to sneak, and the imp is going to now move. And it's gonna go 1, and we're gonna pull out a woods token here. But we're not gonna reveal it, it's gonna have to find it. So it's gonna have 3 actions to do that. 1, okay, it found it. So we're gonna see that we know that this is an item, and I don't get that item, nobody gets that item, but I'm gonna put that on here so we know we need to resolve it. So that was 1 movement, 2, and let's do 3. And I can't move to the caves because same rules apply for caves as everything else. But I do wanna, I wanna go to the caves next while I'm here. So let's just forego our next action and just hold here till the next turn. So now we're going to roll the summoning die. So we've completed both the witch and the imp's turns. And we're gonna get monsters return and scratches. And again, that's not me. I'm juvenile dragons or adult dragons. I'm looking for those 2. And I will return these monsters to the chip tray. And we're gonna start turn 7. And let's see who goes first. And it's gonna be the imp, followed by the witch. So we're gonna have the imp go first, and it gets 4 actions, and we're gonna, or now 3. 1, and let's get a cave token on the board. Let's just put it up here. And then we need to search. We get 2 actions to search, and it found it. So we are going to reveal that to us, and it's a treasure. All right, so we kind of know now a good portion of what this part of the map's gonna look like when we go up there. We know there's a site over here, and we know that there's an item and treasure over here. So the witch kind of knows now what to look out for up there. Now it's the witch's turn, and she's gonna keep on looting here for a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and roll some loot rolls. And we're gonna get the 2nd treasure in the altar. We're getting lucky, no dragons or it's the demon guards the altar, so we're lucky so far. And we found, that's actually great for us. This is an epic treasure, and I can play a magic cube here. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it, and it acts as armor. So I have to actually use one of my cubes to do that. But look at that, it is a way to defend myself because I don't have a might cube to play, but now I can wear some armor. That's awesome. So let's get the legend point and fame for that. What a great find. Trolling around the altar. I wonder if that was left by somebody that used to guard the altar, or maybe is currently guarding the altar and had left it there. But the shaman's kaftan was left behind there, and I discovered it and revealed it, and I'm planning on wearing it. So let's see, that was my first loot roll here. So let's go ahead and do another one. And we are going to get the 4th treasure down, which I think is the bottom treasure. Yep. So we are going to reveal the bottom treasure. So this is the alchemist mixture. So this lets me change if I want to change the color of a magic cube, it lets me change it from one color to another color. So I don't really plan on doing that right now, but maybe if I find a different cube, I can use that to create more black magic or gray magic if I need it. And so we'll do one more loot roll this turn. And it looks like it's going to be the 2nd treasure, which is also a deep treasure. So that is going to be the Satchel of the Giant, which is basically trade that in and get 2 treasures. So we'll take that out and draw the top 2 treasures from the treasure pile. And that we have the Potion of Flight, which I don't think I need, and the Talaria of the Gladiator, which we are, that gives me another maneuver box, filled in maneuver box, which is pretty great, but man, I like the Broken of the Birds for flying around. So for right now, I'm going to put these in my backpack, but I really should consider equipping those just to be able to have that 3rd maneuver speed, to be able to run away from people. Yeah, it's going to be that decision might kill me in the end, but we'll see. So that's my 3 actions, and then I'm going to sneak on my 4th action. So let's roll the summoning die. After very successful looting of the altar, that witch really knows how to find some good stuff. And we are going to get bones and trees. And so that is, again, not us. So we are safe, and we don't have to worry about the imp familiar way up there. So we are clear. We're going to go move on to turn 8, and we'll see who goes first on turn 8. And we've got the witch will go first, and then the imp. Okay. There are only 2 treasures left in the altar. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here while it's still relatively safe to do so. And let's fly over to the barriers to see what is over here. I don't think I'm quite ready to go to I don't know if I want to go to the mine. Just looking at what we can do there. Treasure that grants an extra action. I don't have that. A deep treasure, I do have that, but I think I'm wearing all. Let me see if I've got a deep treasure that I could give to them. No, just 2 treasures. I have these 2 treasures in my backpack right now. So I don't think I've got any deep treasures I want to give up right now. Nope. And then also a epic treasure, and I'm wearing all my epic clothing, some new Broken of the Birds and the Shaman's Kaftan. So I don't really have anything I want to give the dwarves right now. So I'm going to continue searching around, and we're going to fly over here, and we're going to land in 1, 2, 4, or 5, and let's say 1, 2, 3, or 4 on. Actually, if we roll any one of those numbers on a dice, that's where I'll land. Cannot land in a cave. I'm looking for a 1, 2, 4, or 5. There's the 5. Okay. So we're going to land up here on 5. And we are going to draw a mountain token. And let's see what we get. We've got a gate on 4. Okay. Not really that exciting. So that was my first action, was to fly. My next action, we're going to move up here to the high pass. And we're going to reveal another mountain token. And see what we get here. We've got an item. So we're going to draw an item off the top of the item deck and see what we get. Got a battle axe. My witch is not going to be wielding a battle axe. So we're going to put that in the backpack and maybe sell that later. Okay, so that was 2 turns so far. I think from here we're just going to sneak an alert and call it. So then the familiar is going to go next, and we are going to keep moving around with the familiar. I think the way to do this is we're going to go 1, 2, and then we'll get a token out here on the board. I have to find it first. I'm not gonna play it straight. Oop. 3. And so yeah, we did not find that token. We did not discover that token. And so that is, we only get 3 actions that turn. So we're gonna have to continue searching for it next turn. And so now we will roll the summoning die. And we've got mountains and orcs. And that is going to be, if we look at the high pass, we're going to bring mountain and orcs there. So let's see what we get. We're going to have 2 juvenile dragons and 3, we can add these together, orcs. So let's get those out on top of us. So here are juvenile dragons. And then we need 3 orcs. We're pull 3 random orcs out of the orc bin. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. And we've got the bow orc, the sword orc, and an axe orc. Friendly looking guys who have a whiff of me and are searching for me in the high pass. So we are going to have to hide from them. And I did. So again, I can't really cast Fiery Chasm on them. I could kill the orcs with Fiery Chasm, but then I would still have the dragons to contend with. So I'm going to stay hidden this turn, and we're going to move on to turn 9. And let's see who goes first. And it's going to be the imp, followed by me, the witch. Okay, the imp's going to keep searching for that token. I will have 4 actions to do that. 1, 2, and so now we know that it is a gate that's not going to get placed out yet. You can't use that gate, but we know one will appear there if a hero goes into that tile. And so that was 2 actions, and we'll do 3, 4, and try to uncover that last tile. And pretty soon our imp's going to run out of things to do until the witch can get up there and enchant a tile to let it out. So we're going to now go for the witch's turn. We're going to fly over to, I think, the ancient hole. Let's do that. And so we'll say 1, 2, 3, I land here. 4, 5, 6, I land there. Making most of this broken as birds. 2. So we're going to land here. And let's see what we've got in the cave. So we're going to get a cave token. And it's the Dwarven Ruins. Here we go. So I get a legend point and a fame. 5 fame for finding that. And so we have flown around to the ancient hole, and there are going to be ruins all in here, hopefully. We're going to draw a token for each terrain, and let's kind of lay them down and see what we get here. So that we're going to have a treasure that we get. Let me go ahead and resolve that and move this off just so we don't have a lot of clutter. So we found a treasure, and that treasure is the tome. Oh my goodness. That is going to give me a spell cube, which is pretty amazing. Spell cube of my choice. So I will obviously going to be gray or black, so I don't have to choose right now though. I can use that at any time and it's instantaneous. So I'm just going to put that there for right now. Let's keep on going. What's the cave token for this Dwarven Ruin? It's an item. Again, we'll take that out of the game, so just to prevent tile clutter. And we've got a staff, which I cannot wield, so take that out of the game. Or put it in my backpack, sorry. And then finally, we're going to see what is in this mountain token. And we've got the Forgotten City is also here. So yeah, these two can show up within one another. So within the Dwarven Ruins, we've also found the remains of the Forgotten City. So just like with the Dwarven Ruins, we're going to pull a token for each terrain pack and resolve them. So let's see what we've got here. Oop, so we do have a site that'll show up. And again, I'm going to set that off to the side, but we'll draw a site token. And that is going to be the catacombs down in the ancient hole. And then we've also got another site, which is going to be the Horde. Right next to me, I've got to find that secret passage though. And then finally, we've got a minor discovery. So I'm going to roll the mission dice and get whatever they say, which is going to be 5 gold and 3 fame. So a little bit of money, a little bit of fame. So let me also get the legend point and fame for finding the Forgotten City as well. I get that as well. So a busy tile now, lots of stuff in there. Unfortunately, it's in caves, so it's going to be take a lot of time to get through that. I've done one action to fly here. I think from here on, I'm going to search for this secret passage here and try to get to the Horde. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was terrible, terrible rolling. Okay. So now I will roll the summoning die and hope I don't roll giant bats or trolls or sight monsters. That's a big list of things though. So I didn't. I was lucky. So no monsters come, even though I've definitely disturbed something by prowling through the Dwarven Ruins and the Forgotten City. I think I'm going to provoke something to attack me eventually. But we're going to move on to turn 10. And it's going to be me and then the imp. And let's go ahead and keep on searching. Yeah, actually, I think what I should do is I'm going to enchant this tile. And I'm going to enchant it with black magic. And these are going to go back out where they were. Catacombs on 4, Horde on 6, and then we'll leave these tokens out here. And then I'll be back here. So that was 3 actions to enchant, and then I will sneak as my 4th action. Okay, and then that leaves the imp to move around. The Imp Familiar is going to go 1, 2, and then search for let's put the token on the board right here. And we're going to search for it. 3, 4. Yep, I'm not rolling great for searches right now. And so now we're going to roll summoning. And we rolled bones. and mountains. So the bones are going to attract a troll. So only one troll is going to show up. And let's find where that troll is. He was going to be in the caves. Here we go. Here's a troll. So he's going to come to us. And I'm going to roll a hide check. And I failed that hide check. So we're going to battle this troll. Luckily, I enchanted. So here's how I think I'm going to play it. He has attack speed of 2, maneuver speed of 2. If he flips, he still has a maneuver speed of 2, attack speed of 1. He does damage if he hits though, and he is hard to kill. He's 3 and a shield, but I did enchant, so I can play Fiery Chasm and take him out pretty easily, I think. So because it's enchanted, I can ignore this box and only have to play 2 cubes in here. And then I can play my 3 speed cubes as attack. So I don't really have to worry about him hitting me. Oh, I'm revealed. Now the only reason I can do this while revealed is because I'm wearing this Broken of the Birds and I'm flying. Otherwise, I would if I cast Fiery Chasm, I'd have to see if I hit myself and survive. But because I'm flying, I am immune from this spell. So here's what I'm going to do. Fiery Chasm, ignore that because I've enchanted the tile, and 3 attack speed. Let's see if this troll flips or not. It doesn't matter if he does or doesn't. I'm going to hit him either way, but we will give him a chance to choose a tactic. So he does not flip, so he's going to stay here. So my Fiery Chasm is going to go off with a range, sorry, I'm panning back and forth, of 40 for the first round, which beats his range of attack length of 10. And it's going to come at an attack speed of 3 versus his maneuver speed of 2. So it's an auto hit and an auto kill. So we are going to kill that troll and get 12 fame for that. So we are going to collect our fame. There we go. And we've got a dead troll. And I don't have to wound a cube or anything because I enchanted the tile that round, so which worked out well. Okay, so now we're at turn 11, and let's see who goes first. It's going to be me again, and then the imp. Okay, so we are, oh, let me get myself back on the board here. We're looking for the secret path to the horde. I can't fly to it because it's in a cave. So we're going to have to roll the search die. Here we go. We're going to do 1, 2. All right, we found it. Good. Now the other problem becomes it's on a cave, so if I move to it, I cannot sneak. So I'm going to sneak an alert while I'm out here, and then next turn I'll be moving on to the horde. Okay, and the imp, we're going to search for that token up there. So we're going to go 1. Hey, there we go. Let's see what we've got up here. It's going to be an item, and I'll go ahead and put a cube on top of that to let me know that I have not gotten that item. And I'll need to resolve it when I come to that clearing. So here becomes a question, what to do with the imp now that it's kind of revealed everything and is trapped over here. I think what I'm going to do is let's see, start moving it back over this way. 3, 4. Just because there's more stuff that if it gets out, we have not explored these tiles yet. So we'll just see how the witch gets up there. I think right now the imp is kind of trapped and can't do too much though. So we'll start working our way back there. So we're gonna roll the summoning die for this round and see who shows up. Bats, trolls, or slate monsters. And we've got nothing. So we're safe. Okay. And first will be the imp and then me on turn 12. All right, the imp's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then just making sure there's no secret passage or anything. No, there's no way out. And then I'm going to go, the witch is going to go 1. And then search, 1 search, 2, and then sneak. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to roll the summoning die. We only get 3 actions. We've rolled Stench and Monster's Return. Okay, so no monsters to move on to us with the Monster's Return here, but we are going to move these orcs back and the juvenile dragons that were in that clearing. So orcs back in the tray, and those juvenile dragons are back in the tray. Okay, turn 13. So I'm not really worry about the imp for right now for the next few turns, just because there's nowhere for it really to go and nothing really for it to search and find right now. So we're gonna leave it as is. You know what, I could just go have it discover all the secret passages, maybe in the dark passes, because if I come up there, I can't fly through the cave. So let's do that. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and have it start working on that next turn. And then I'm next, and I'm going to search for the horde. Turn 13. No. No. And then I'm going to, I'm going to stay and sneak. That's all it's hard to get, you want to get greedy sometimes in the caves and keep searching because it's only 1 roll away, but best to stay hidden, especially with giant bats around. So we are going to roll the summoning die. And we've got trees and orcs. Oh, it was trees, I promise. And orcs, and then nothing matches that. So we're good for this turn. We're gonna do turn 14 now. Let's shake up the tokens, flip them around, see who comes out first. And it is me, and then the imp. Okay. So the witch still in the caves looking for this horde. It's very hard to find. And we found it. Okay, so we'll get some legend points and fame for that. And now we'll get a loot action before we have to sneak. So let's see what we get for the horde. We're gonna get the 3rd treasure down. And let's see, the horde is going to have 4 deep treasures and 4 regular treasures. So let's set that up. There's 4 treasures. And then 4 deep treasures. 1, oh, that's way too many. That's too many. 4. And I'll get the 3rd deep treasure down, which is this one. And it is the Wand of the Magician, which is actually great for us as well. So this lets me let me just make sure I get the way this functions correctly again. I know I've used this before. I just need to refresh myself on this one. So I'm going to go open up the book and look up the Wand of the Magician, which it's an epic treasure. Casting target spells may reroll 1 or 2 hit dice on each hit dice roll. How about that? So that lets me really kind of help maybe get Fiery Chasm going, or any of these that require a hit dice roll. So we're going to equip that and take a legend point and 5 fame. And then we're going to sneak. So we are slowly getting more powerful as the witch. She is gaining power as she finds these magical artifacts hidden throughout the land and uncovering them. And so then we have the imp who's going to be searching for this secret passage. So let's go ahead and do 1. Oh, there you go. And so we'll let it move 2 and then 3. So we'll let it look for that secret passage on the next turn. Okay. We're going to go to turn 15 now. And, not yet. We're going to roll summoning die and see what comes. And we're going to have monsters return and stench, which is we're still good. Nothing's coming quite yet. So we are going to now go to turn 15 and shake these up a little bit. Let's see, kind of a pan of where we are. Okay, I'm going first and the familiar second. So we are going to search now, loot the hoard. Get the 4th treasure down. Here we go. There's that. It's just not a deep treasure. It's regular treasure. Oh my goodness. The Tome of Tricks. We're going to put temporary miststone in our backpack, and we're going to go ahead and consume this and get out of the game and get a gray cube. That's pretty phenomenal for me. So now I've got another gray cube. Still have that wounded cube I need to heal eventually. But just another spell cube that I can use is great. And I am forgetting that I can use divination. I'll have to do that my next turn. Cast it at night if I don't have any monsters. So I can re-roll a loot die. So let's do one more roll. See if I had divination, I would be able to re-roll that, but I didn't. That's okay. We'll get that next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I'm not great at looking through my camera and doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. So we'll take that treasure. And we are going to get a Tome of Power. That is a potential another spell. I've found so many spell cube things. That's amazing. I'm not going to consume that quite yet, but that's going to be pretty helpful too, potentially. So that's 2 loot actions, and I'm going to sneak on my 3rd action, and then we'll have the Imp Familiar search for that passageway from 3 to 6. 1, 2, and it found it. So we'll have it go now to, I don't know, 3. We'll just go back that way. Okay. And that's that turn. Let's roll the summoning die. And we have bones. So another troll's going to come back at us. And caves. So that's going to be pretty bad for us. So we've got 3 giant bats coming and 1 troll, which is here. So here we go. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff landing on us right now. I snuck though, so we can try to stay hidden. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is also not great for me. So we're gonna have all these monsters come. And let's see what we can do. I'll move this stuff out of the way. All right, so here we are. We got the giant bat, troll, giant bat, giant bat. So they're all at the maneuver speed of 4. And I am, let's see. And the bats are all flying, so I cannot hit them with Fiery Chasm, unfortunately. And there's no sight monster here that I can't, so I can't, you know, the Horde, is not undead sight monster. The Horde would be the Great Drake, so that wouldn't help me anyway. So I have a bit of a predicament. So I think what I'm going to need to do on the outset is I think I'm going to consume this and get a black cube. I think I'm just going to need cubes. So we're going to drink that and get a black cube. And we're also going to read the Tome of Power and get a purple cube. Okay. So now what I can at least do is try to, I'm going to play, so they come out with the attack speed of 1, the bats, and the troll has attack speed of 2 with a maneuver speed of 2, and if he flips, he's a maneuver speed of 2 as well. So but attack speed of 1. So if I play 2 in my attack speed, that's pretty good. Let me just see what these bats flip to. Attack speed of 2. Yeah, so if I want to play defense, I at least need maneuver speed of 2. And that's where it comes to bite me. If I can only match their maneuver speed if they flip, or their attack speed if they flip. So let's see how we're going to do this. I get 5 cubes to play. I think what I want to do is I'm definitely going to play 1 here on the to get some armor, and then I'm going to play both of these here, and I think what I want to do is maybe I will cast Fiery Chasm. Well, I could cast Illusion. Maybe, why don't we do that? So we'll cast Illusion, and I'll use the black magic to fill in that box. This is going to wound a cube, though. I don't know if I want to do that, but at least make me harder to hit. So we'll do that, and so we'll have 1 cube here. Take these off, I don't need those. 1 cube here, that's 2 cubes, and then 3, 4, 5. Let's put this right here. So 1 in attack speed and 2 in maneuver speed. Okay, so we're gonna go in attack length order first. So my illusion is gonna go first, and I'm gonna target myself. So everybody's going to get -1 to their attack speed while targeting me. This is going to wound a cube, so there is a wound this combat round. So I just need to not die. Here we go. So this combat round, the next person to go, we'll see who flips. We're gonna go as troll. Does the troll flip? Yes, the troll flips. Giant bat. Does the giant bat flip? No. Next giant bat. Does the giant bat flip? Yes, this one flips. And then another giant bat. The other giant bat flips. Okay, here we go. So now in attack length order, everybody's kind of attacking simultaneously regarding attack length. So we'll go attack speed order. These giant bats are going to attack first. They are going to have -1 to their attack speed. So their attack speed is 1 versus my maneuver speed of 2. So we're going to roll the hit dice and see if they hit me. Double hits me. First one missed. Second one hits me. It has a value of 2, which is the same as my shaman's kaftan. So we're going to have to take a wound, and we're going to say that is partially damaged because the armor value is equal to the might of the attack. So then we're going to resolve the next 2 attacks, giant bat and the troll. So we're going to do giant bat. They both have to roll double hits to hit me. Giant bat hits me, or misses me, and then the troll also misses me. Okay. So now we're going to change tactics maybe a little bit. And I will try to at least kill that troll. And so I'm going to play 2 here, 1 here, and I'm going to play 2 defense. Okay. So let's see who flips now. Troll flips. Giant bat does not flip. Next giant bat does not flip. And then the final giant bat does not flip. Okay. So in attack speed order now, I'm going to go last because I have attack speed of 0. And so then these giant bats are, let's see, this troll with attack speed of 2 and the length of 10 is going to go first. And he needs to roll, well, I guess it's attack speed of 1 because I cast illusion on myself at the start of combat. Is going to try to hit me, and he needs double hits. And he missed. Then these 2 giant bats are going to go next with attack speed of 2 - 1 each, so attack speed of 1. They need to roll double hits, and the first one did roll a double hit, so it is going to destroy my, with their might of 2, it destroys the my robe, and so it's gone. The robe is destroyed. And I will wound a cube. I'll go ahead and just wound the cube I had on it. And so that's gone. And so now we need to resolve the last giant bat. And he hits me. Jiminy Christmas. So there we go. So that he hits me with attack speed of 1, or a might, sorry, of 1, which is enough to kill me. I only had 1 heart, so I just needed to meet or exceed 1. I did not have any more armor, and so this half-elf witch is going to perish on the horde in the caves. We'll see what my score was for her. We did better, so we made it 12 rounds with her. So we're at 15. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legend points with her, and I also got a bunch of fame that it's going to get halved down. So let's count that up, and we'll get half of that. So that's 20, 25, 35, 36. Oh, let's see. That's 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So half of 45 is going to be 22 fame. So we'll, let's say there's 22. And then this goes back. And so we'll get that, let's see, yeah, changed into 2 legend points. And we'll have 2 fame remaining. So we'll go there and pull out 2 legend points. So my final score then with the witch is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legend points and 2 fame. And I think we're going to stop here. I'm not going to create another character to play out the rest of the game length, but and then we'd have another body close by to the sorcerer at the horde. Here she perished underneath a pile of bats. You gotta love bats, man. They're the worst. So pour one out to the witch. Her familiar, forever trapped up here, never getting out of this area. Poor little thing. So hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Again, I'm going to try to put this up. It's Halloween. I will try to get this witch playthrough up for Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody. And we'll get another one of these playthroughs up soon. Thank you.